Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the 7th standard science lesson, physics lesson, lesson number 1, heat and temperature. What is heat? Heat is the form of energy. We can't see the heat energy, but we can feel the heat energy by touching, or when you are drinking a tea or coffee, you can feel the heat energy, but we can't see the heat energy. The heat energy can flow from higher concentration to lower concentration, that is higher temperature body to lower temperature body. The heat energy can flow from higher concentration to lower concentration. For example, if you heat the metal rod like this at the one end, the heat energy will flow from throughout the metal scale. We can feel the heat energy on the other end of the metal scale. It proves the heat energy will flow from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay. What is the heat? It is the total molecule in the substance. What is the unit of heat? The SI unit of heat is joule. Okay, the SI unit of heat is joule. Heat energy can flow from higher concentration to lower concentration. Heat energy can change the state of the matter. How to change the state of the matter with the help of the heat energy? For example, if you take a ice cube, it is in the state of solid. Now you can give the heat energy to the ice cube. It converted to water. It is in the form of liquid. Again you can give the heat energy to the water. The water can be converted into water vapor. That state is the gaseous state. It proves the heat energy can convert the state of the matter. Ice cube is a solid state. You can give the heat energy. The solid state can be converted into liquid state as water. Again you can give the heat energy to the water. The water can be converted into water vapor, that is the gaseous state. It proves the heat energy can change the state of the matter, and it also can flow from higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, what is the SI unit of heat? SI unit of heat is joule. Okay, heat and temperature. What is temperature? In our day-to-day life, you can see so many things. Some of them are hot, some of them are cold. In sometimes you may say the two objects are equally hot, the two objects are equally cold. How to decide the which object is hotter and which object is colder? But there is a difference in the hotness or coldness of the object. How to decide the which object is hotter or which object is colder? We need a reliable quantity to judge which one is hotter or which one is colder. That reliable quantity is called temperature. That reliable quantity is called temperature. What is temperature? The measure of the warmness or coldness of the substance is called temperature. The measure of the warmness or coldness of a substance is called temperature. What is the other definition of temperature? The measure of the average kinetic energy of the molecule. Measure of the average kinetic energy of the molecule in a system is called temperature. What is heat? It is measure of the total kinetic energy of the molecules in a system. In a temperature, average kinetic energy. In a heat, total kinetic energy of the molecules in a system. That is heat and temperature. Now take your book. See the introduction. You shiver when it cold outside and wet when it is hot outside. But how can you measure those weather temperatures? Temperatures is involved in many aspects of our daily lives, including our own bodies and health. The weather and how hot the stove must be in the order to cook food. The measurement of warmness or wholeness of a substance is known as its temperature. It is the measure of the average kinetic energy of the particles in a system. Temperature is related to how fast the atoms within the substance are moving. Underline the word temperature is related to how fast the atoms are moving in a substance. Heat is represents number of atoms in the molecule. Here how fast the atoms are in the molecule. Temperature unit. There are 3 units which are used to measure the temperature, but the SI unit of the temperature is Kelvin. SI unit of the temperature is Kelvin. SI unit of the heat is Joule. Temperature is Kelvin. But there are 3 units of the temperature. What are they? Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. What is the degree Celsius? Celsius is written as degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. And read as degree Celsius. For example, you can make 20 degree Celsius is 20 degree Celsius. Next one, Fahrenheit is written as degree Fahrenheit. It's written as 20 degree Fahrenheit. For example, 20 Kelvin or 100 Kelvin, 200 Kelvin. Okay. Measuring temperature. You can use the instrument used to measure the temperature. That instrument is called thermometer. You might have seen the thermometer in hospital. Yes. Why it is the functions of, what is the functions of the thermometer? It used to measure the temperature of the human body. Okay. In a thermometer, when liquid gets heated, it expands. When it is cooled down, it contracts. It's used to measure the temperature. In thermometer, we are widely used alcohol or mercury. In a mercury used in the thermometer because it's even in a liquid at room temperature. Okay, it can't convert the state of the temperature. Now we can use the thermometer. It gets heated, the liquid will be expanded. It cooled, the liquid will be contract. Thermometer is the most common instrument to use to measure the temperature. There are various kinds of thermometers. What are they? Glass tube which look thin and are filled with some kind of liquid. Why mercury or alcohol is used in thermometer? Mostly mercury or alcohol are used in thermometer as they remain in liquid form even with the change of temperature in them. A small change in the temperature causes change in the volume of a liquid. We measure this temperature by measuring expansion of a liquid in thermometer. What are the properties of mercury? It expands in uniform and it's opaque and shiny. What is opaque? Opaque means not transparent. It does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. Then opaque means allowing little light to through them. It is a good conductor of heat. What is a conductor of heat? What is a conductor? The material which allow the heat through them is called conductor of heat. It has high boiling point, that is 357 degree Celsius, and low freezing point, that is minus 39 degree Celsius. What is the boiling point? 357 degree Celsius. The freezing point minus 39 degree Celsius. It is less than the 0 degree Celsius because it is minus 39 degree Celsius. Properties of alcohol. Its freezing point of alcohol is less than 100 degree Celsius. It is very less than that of the mercury freezing point. So it can be used to measure very low temperature. It expands when degree Celsius rise in temperature is very large. It can be colored brightly and hence it is easily visible. Next one, types of thermometer. There are two types of thermometer, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Before seeing that, you can see activity 1. What is it? A small glass bottle, a rubber cork, an empty refill, water color and a candle, a fork and a paper. What to do? Take a small glass bottle, fill it with colored water. Make hole at the center of the rubber cork. Pass empty refill from the hole. Make the scale on paper, place it behind the refill and note down the position of the surface of the water. Hold bottle with a fork and supply heat to with a handle. Then observe. Answer the question. What is the change in the surface of the water? The level of water increases. You can write the answer. The level of the water increases. In a first filler, you can write the level of the water increases. The level of the water increases. Next, stop the supply of heat when water is cooled. If you give the supply of heat, the water is increased the temperature and level is increased. Now you can stop the heat when water is cooled. Observe the surface of water in refill. What changes takes place? Why? The level of water comes to the original position. The level of water comes to the original position. The level of water comes to the original position. When a liquid is heated, it expands and when it is cooled down, it is contract. What is expand and what is contract? If you take a solid material, you can give the heat energy to the solid. What is solid? We already discussed about. In a solid, the molecules are closely and tightly, orderly packed. There is no distance within the molecule. It is a less intermolecular distance. If you give the heat energy to the solid particle, the molecule will be expanded. There is some intermolecular distance. Now if we cool that down to this molecule, again the molecule will be contract. If you give the heat energy, it will be expanded. If you give the cool energy or if you remove the heat energy, the solid particle will be contract. Okay. Types of thermometer. There are two types, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. The clinical thermometer is used to measure the human body temperature only, not for other purpose. The clinical thermometer is only used for measure the body temperature. These thermometers are used to measure the temperature of the human body at home, clinic and hospital. All clinical thermometers have a kink that prevent the mercury from the flowing park into the bulb. When the thermometer is taken out the patient's mouth so that the temperature can be noted conveniently. There are thermometer scales on the side of the mercury thread. One side is a Celsius scale and another one is a Fahrenheit scale. These are all the units of temperature. What are they? Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. In a clinical thermometer has a two scales. One side is a Celsius scale and another side is a Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit scale is more sensitive than the Celsius scale. Body temperature is measured in Fahrenheit only. A clinical thermometer indicates temperature from the minimum 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Then the maximum in a Fahrenheit scale, the minimum 94 degrees Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. In a Celsius scale, 37 to 42 degree Celsius. In a Fahrenheit, 98 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Precaution to followed while using a clinical thermometer. The thermometer should be washed before using it. Then jerk the thermometer few times to bring a level of the mercury level down. Next, before use, the mercury level should be below 35 degree Celsius or 94 degree Fahrenheit. Do not hold the thermometer by its bulb. Next one, here 35 to 45 degree Celsius. Before using that, the mercury level will comes down the 35 degree Celsius or 94 degree Fahrenheit. Do not hold the thermometer by its bulb. Keep the mercury level along a line of the sight and take the reading. Handle the thermometer with care. If hits against some hard object, it may break. Do not place the thermometer in a hot flame or the hot sun. See activity 2. What are the material needed? A big bottle, a balloon, thread, candle, water fork. What do? Take one big bottle and fill with water in it. Attach one balloon on the mouth of the bottle and fix it with thread. Hold bottle with a fork. Heat the bottle with the handle and take observation. What changes occurs in the state of the balloon after heating the bottle? The balloon expanded. If you give the heat energy to the bottle through the handle, what will absorb in the balloon? The balloon will be expanded. The balloon expanded. Okay. What changes occur in the state of balloon after heating the bottle? The air inside it gets heated and expands. This causes the balloon to stretch and expand. Write the answer. The air inside it gets heated and expands. This causes the balloon to stretch and expand. Stretch and expand. Now let the bottle get cooled down. What change occur in the state of balloon after bottle gets cooled down? The temperature within the bottle reduces, causing the air to cool down. This causes the balloon to contract. The temperature within the bottle. Third one answer. The temperature within the bottle reduces, causing the air to cool down. This causes the balloon to contract. This causes the balloon to contract. Next, when gaseous substance gets heated, it expands. When it is cooled, it contracts. Why does a tire get burst in summer? The air. Okay. Next, laboratory thermometer. The clinical thermometer, it's only used to measure the human body temperature. Next, laboratory thermometers are used to measure the temperature in school and other laboratory for scientific research. They are also used in the industry as they can measure the temperatures higher than what clinical thermometers can record. The steam and the bulb of a lab thermometers are longer than compared to that of the clinical thermometers, and there is no kink in the lab thermometer. In a clinical thermometer there is a kink because it's used to measure the temperature after removing the thermometer from the patient's mouth, but in a laboratory thermometer there is no kink is present. You can measure the thermometer, it is in the present in the substance only. If you can remove the thermometer from the hot object, the temperature suddenly down. There is no kink in the lab thermometer. A lab thermometer has only the Celsius scale reading. In a clinical thermometer there are two types of scale. The one side is a Celsius scale and the other one is a Fahrenheit scale. In a laboratory thermometer there is only the Celsius scale that range from minus 10 degree Celsius to 110 degree Celsius, minus 10 to 110 degree Celsius. Precaution to be followed while using a laboratory thermometer: do not tilt the thermometer while measuring the temperature. Place it upright. Note the reading only when the bulb has been surrounded by the substance from all sides. There is the one do you know box. See that. In human, the average internal temperature is 37 degree Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Though it varies among individually, it varies from one man to another man. However, no person always has exactly the same temperature at every moment. It always varies from one time to another time. Temperature cycle regularly up and down through the day according to activities and external factors. See the difference between clinical and laboratory thermometer. First, clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is scaled from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius or from 94 degrees Celsius to 108 degrees Celsius. In a laboratory thermometer, the range from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Then clinical thermometer, mercury level does not fall on its own because there is a kink near the bulb to prevent the fall of mercury level. But in a laboratory thermometer, the mercury fall down on its own, but there is a no kink. Thermometer can be read after removing the thermometer from the patient's mouth, but in a laboratory thermometer it's read while keeping the thermometer in the source of temperature, example liquid or any other thing. To lower the mercury level, jerks are given. No need to give the jerk to lower the mercury level, it automatically down. It is used for taking the body temperature. In a laboratory, thermometer is used to measure the temperature in laboratory. See activity 3, measure your body temperature. Wash the thermometer preferably with an antiseptic solution and give it few jerks These jerks will giving the level of mercury down. Ensure the falls below 35 degrees Celsius or 94 degree Fahrenheit. Now place the thermometer under your tongue or armpit. After 1 minute, take the thermometer out and note the reading of your body temperature. Next, activity 4, uses of laboratory thermometer. Take some water in a beaker. Take a laboratory thermometer and immerse its bulb and when it is water. Holding it vertically, ensure the dip hole portion of bulb end. The bulb end should not touch the bottom or side of its beaker. Observe the movement rise of mercury. When it becomes stable, take the reading of the thermometer. Repeat this with hot water and take the reading. Next one, digital thermometer. You can see first clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Next one, digital thermometer. The digital thermometer, it shows the temperature numerically and it shows the temperature directly in a number. It displays the temperature. There is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometers. Mercury is a toxic substance and it's very difficult to dispose of it. A thermometer breaks. These days, digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. Instead, it has a sensor which can measure the heat coming out from the body directly and form that can measure the temperature of the body. Digital thermometers are mainly used to take the body temperature. Read activity 5, it's a homework. Next one, caution. Alex wanted to measure the temperature of hot milk using a clinical thermometer. It is right or wrong? It is wrong because the clinical thermometer is only used to measure the human body temperature. He wanted to measure the temperature of hot milk using a clinical thermometer. It is wrong. We are advised to use a clinical thermometer for measuring the temperature of object other human body. Also, we are advised to avoid keeping the sun or near a flame. A clinical thermometer has small temperature range. The glass will crack or burst due to excessive pressure created by expansion of mercury. There is a one, do you know box? What is the maximum minimum thermometer? The maximum and minimum temperature of the previous day predicted in weather reports are measured by thermometers are called maximum minimum thermometers. Scales of thermometer. What are the scales? Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. See Celsius scale, it is the common unit of measuring temperature termed after Swedish astronomer Anders Celsius in 1742. Before that, it was known as centigrade as thermometers using this scale are calibrated from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. In Greek, centum means 100 and grade means steps. Centum means 100 and grade means steps. Both words make it centigrade and later Celsius. Fahrenheit scale. Fahrenheit is a common unit to measure human body temperature. It is termed after the name of German physicist Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. Freezing point of water is taken as 32 degree Fahrenheit and boiling point 212 degree Fahrenheit. Thermometer with Fahrenheit scales are calibrated from 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale is termed after Lord Kelvin. It is the SI unit of measuring the temperature and it written as K also. It absolute scale as it starts from absolute zero temperature. Here the first one is the freezing point of water, that is 32 degree Celsius. This is the Fahrenheit scale. The freezing point of water is 32 degree Celsius. The boiling point is 212. Next one, Celsius scale. The freezing point 0 degree Celsius. The boiling point is 100 degree Celsius. Next one, Kelvin. The freezing point of water is 273.15 Kelvin. What is the freezing point of the water in a Kelvin scale? 273.15 Kelvin. What is the boiling point? 373.15 Kelvin is the boiling point. There is the one relation between Fahrenheit, Celsius and Kelvin scale. What is the relation? F minus F minus 32 by 9 equal to C by 5. Then K is equal to 273.15 plus C. Using this formula, you can convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, Celsius to Fahrenheit, or Fahrenheit to Kelvin, Celsius to Kelvin, or Kelvin to Celsius or Fahrenheit. There is a one table: temperature, Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. What is the boiling point and freezing point? See the numerical problem. Before that, do you know box? Most of the people in the world use the Celsius scale to measure the temperature for day-to-day purpose. The Kelvin scale has been designed in such a way it is not only an absolute temperature scale but also 1 degree Celsius change is equal to 1 Kelvin Celsius, 1 Kelvin change. This makes the conversion from Celsius to absolute temperature scale easy. Thus the addition for subtractions are a constant 273.15. But in the United States, they prefer to use the Fahrenheit scale. The problem is converting Fahrenheit to absolute scale is not easy. To sort out this problem, they use the Rankine scale. It named after Glasgow University engineer and physicist Rankine, who proposed in 1859. It is an absolute temperature scale and has the property of having 1 degree Rankine change is equal to 1 degree Fahrenheit change. Fahrenheit users who need to work with absolute temperatures can be converted into Rankine by R is equal to F plus 459.67. The first sum is how much will the temperature of 68 degree Fahrenheit be in a Celsius and Kelvin. The question is convert 68 degree Fahrenheit to Celsius and Kelvin. We already know one relations. F minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. F minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. Here F value is 68. You can substitute the value 68. 68 minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. The value of F is 68. Then 68 minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. 68 minus 36 by 9 is equal to C by 5. You can convert 5 into 36 by 9 is equal to C. 9 ones are 9, 4 9s are 36, 5 into 4, 20 degree Celsius. 68 degree Fahrenheit can be converted into Celsius. It's equal to 20 degree Celsius. What is the formula of Kelvin? 273.15 plus C. So 273.15 plus what is the value of C? 20. Then 293.15 Kelvin. 68 degree Fahrenheit, 20 degree Celsius and 293.15 Kelvin. What is the second sum? At what temperature will its value be same in Celsius and in Fahrenheit? If the temperature in Celsius is C, then Fahrenheit is F. Celsius in C and Fahrenheit is F. What is the formula? F minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. What's the question? If the temperature in Celsius is C, then the temperature in Fahrenheit is F will be the same. At what temperature will its value be same in Celsius and in Fahrenheit? Then F is equal to C. C minus 32 by 9 is equal to C by 5. C minus 32 into 5 is equal to 9 into C. 5C minus 160 equal to 9C. 5C minus 160 is equal to 9C. Then 9C minus 5C, 4C is equal to 160, C is equal to 160 by 4, C is equal to 40 degree Celsius. The temperature in Celsius and in Fahrenheit are same at 40 degree Celsius and 40 degree Fahrenheit. Convert the given temperature into Fahrenheit and Celsius. This is your homework. Thank you students. We will meet on next session.